Hey folks, what's up? It's the J-Man63 here for his YouTube channel, and today we are not talking about diecast, we are talking about models. Today I have a Revell kit of the Ford 427 sohc single overhead cam, also known as the camera motor, and this is something I put together in about 2 afternoons, I would call it. Yeah, this thing is big. Here's a pillow. It's about that tall. Well, I don't know how big. 1/6 scale. I would say it's about maybe 6 or half a foot high and maybe about 4 inches wide. So pretty big model motor. So the cool parts about this engine, I only got it for about $5 as opposed to 20. Yeah, but it's a pretty nice engine. I'll show you what this does. You spin the flywheel at the back and the starter motor turns, and when you spin the thing at the back, the flywheel turns and the generator spins. I don't know if that's the way it's supposed to turn, but it turns. It's got headers, pretty good details. There's distributor wiring, and I can take off the carburetor cover, or the carburetor, as they say in Britain. So let me get this off here. I want to be careful because I don't want to mess with any of the wiring. My recommendation, if you've never done model kits before, even though this is only a glue and screw kit, I highly recommend using care, especially on the distributor wires, because there's a lot of tight space in there, and it's hard to get your fingers into the areas. I pretty much had luck on this. I had to use tweezers and a lot of precision. This was very hard to put together in this area. But other than that, most of it went together smoothly. I used a power drill actually to put the cam covers on, and some of the screw heads got stripped, so this basically will never come apart. But it worked out well. Other side. Another thing that was an absolute pain in the rear to get on was the throttle linkage, because it had a loose piece right here and it was awfully hard to get that on. But I did it with luck. The distributor wires over on this side, those were really hard to glue into the little plug caps, as they call them in the instructions. This thing, I would say, ate up like at least 3 hours of my afternoon just on building this alone. But wow, the results are totally worth it, and being as I have a lot of Ford products, this definitely is worth the 3 hours to build it, and it was a really good kit. I eventually want to get a 426 Hemi that is quarter scale, and it's by Hawk Models. Other than that though, I mean, look at all the detail in this thing. It's got a coil, and that wire, oh my, that was a stretch to get on that thing. It's so tight, almost got tension in it. Fuel filler, you can kind of see wording. You can't really focus. I don't know if my camera will focus in on that. No, it won't, but there's wording on the oil cap. The oil pan was a little loose on this side, kind of a problem, but it's not too bad. This, out of everything I've built, is probably one of the best models I've done out of everything. There's fuel lines. It's got everything. I mean, there's a little thing for the bowls. I'm not sure if that's like a fuel line or whatever. I guess it is supposed to do something. There's crossover linkage that opens up the carbs when the engine's at throttle. It's quite a nice build. for one, I can't believe I got this for $5. I got this for $5 and I probably had to buy the glue at like $6, so the glue probably cost more than this model kit. But I got the glue at Hobbytown, so it's probably more expensive. It's got a lot of good details in it, though, I will say that. I like the base, how it says the Ford logo on it. And there's the generator, which turns along with the fan, like I said. Has the Ford logo on the front. And this thing turned out really well, better than I expected it to. Because a lot of my engines I built have one of the engines I built before, I think I built like 2 of these kits, and they got trashed, and I don't know if it was just me or some other things, but they've gotten trashed somehow. But I really like the way this one turned out, because I put a lot of care into building this. I took a lot of the parts that were already going to go on it, and I glued them together so they would dry thoroughly before they were put on. But it's got a lot of nice details, like I said, headers and all that, everything you'd want. And it's by Revell. One thing I will say, if you don't want to deal with putting this together, I'm not sure who, I think it's Liberty Classics. Yeah. If you don't want to deal with having to build this, you can buy them from Liberty Classics pre-built already, but be aware you're going to be spending a lot more money, because they're never going to probably sell any of these pre-built. Here's the carb cover, because I didn't show it before, and here it is from the underside. It's got the holes in it and it's screwed together. I'm going to put it back on there because I would rather have it on there right now. But for what you get, $5, you get what you pay for and more. Quite a nice kit. It's got turn screws, so you can just unscrew this at your will if you want to display it with the cover off. It's very nice. I have a 427 Cobra. I don't have one that this is going in. I just have a 1/18 scale 427 Cobra, and when I get my shelves in eventually in my room, hopefully that'll be one day, I'm definitely going to display this along with a lot of the Ford stuff I own, because this is quite nice. Turned out well, but yep, I don't want to run over 10 minutes with this because it'll take forever to upload. So leave your answers, questions, comments on my channel. It's the JMan63, and that's my YouTube channel. Goodbye.